Hey guys, okay, today what I want to talk about right now is goals, motivation, and rewards. This is key. This is something that has to be done first before we can even get started, and it's so important. This is the most important piece. So let's run through goals and some examples of that. I am a very goal-oriented, goal-driven person. I didn't used to be this way. I used to hope and wish and dream and get discouraged and never, I just was a hot mess. I never believed in myself. I lived in a very negative environment. My family was very negative, not because they are bad people, of course, but just because they didn't know any different, and they just wanted the best for me, and they thought that was the way to protect me and to protect themselves. So, you know, it was almost like if you called the bad thing happening, then you could protect yourself from it somehow. But since I've become a health and fitness coach, I've learned that that's not the case. And the best thing to do is set goals, big, huge, scary, awesome goals, break them into little bitty pieces, and then just work on them simply every single day. So that's what I want to talk about with you guys. We're going to set some week-long goals, just 7-day goals, because that's all we ever really do is we live 1 week at a time, you know, 1 day at a time, 1 hour at a time. And that is really the most fulfilling and joyous way to live, is just in the presence of it. But you have to have a roadmap. You have to know where you're going in order to put everything that you have, all of that marvelous ability and talent that God has given you into that, so that you know where you're going. You know, it's exactly like if you are going to a rodeo this weekend or on a trip, and you had no map and you didn't know where you were going. It didn't matter how fast you would go, you wouldn't get there, would you? You could be going in completely the wrong direction. But when your smartphone tells you exactly where you're going to go and when you're going to turn, you have a lot of confidence in that, huh? I know it's a really simple, silly example, but it's so true. So true. So let's talk about goals. What can you expect to get out of this week? Here are 3 very simple, realistic things that I think that you should think about doing, especially if you haven't worked out and you haven't ate healthy and you don't know what to eat. This is a good starting place. So the first thing that I would write down, did I mention to get out that quick start calendar? Because I've got on the side, I've got goals, motivation, and rewards. You can actually put it on your fridge for the week and have it there as a reminder, and you can write it down right now as we talk about this. So your first one might be simply to finish, that you're going to check in with this group and with me every single day, and you're going to do the work. You're going to do the shopping. You're going to eat healthy. You're going to clean out the junk. You're going to follow this plan that I give you. So you're simply going to write, I am going to stick to and finish the 7-day free fitness jumpstart. Okay, so the second thing that you could write down for a goal is that you're gonna track your eating every single day. So if you are in the habit of grabbing candy bars and pop at the gas station on your way home for work or on your way to ride your horse, or if you have a hard time saying no to that second piece of cheesecake at the weekend barbecue, or you drink 1 too many beers after the team open, whatever it is. If you need to have some more awareness in your eating, that is an awesome goal. Say you're going to track your food every day this week. You're just going to either do it on your phone. Our phones are so amazing. They're such a great tool. You can just in the notes section write down, it doesn't have to be like, you know, absolutely specific, but just write down what you had all day long. And what I want to do is give you the structure to eat breakfast, a snack, lunch, a snack, and dinner. And that's going to keep you evenly fueled throughout the day, so you don't get too hungry and tired and crash only to overstuff yourself with really non-nutritious food a couple hours or a few hours later, okay? So that could be another goal, is I'm going to track what I eat every single day and bring awareness to myself. The third thing is more of a numbers related goal. So I don't focus too much on the scale, because a lot of times we gain muscle as we're losing fat and nothing really happens with the scale. But I do always want to know how much I weigh relatively, just because it's really easy for that to get away from you if you don't. So one goal would be maybe to lose 2 pounds. or to lose 2 inches off your waist, something along those lines. And they're just gonna be small, bite-sized chunks that when the end of the 7 days comes, you can keep right on going with it. And that's my hope for you. So the second thing I wanna talk about is motivation. And this really, I should have put this at the first of the list, because your why power, you guys, is where it's at. So this is very specific for you, but it's very real. You have to dig down deep inside of yourself and know why you're doing this. And it has to be for you. Even if you don't want to tell anybody what it is, you have to tell yourself. And it's got to be something really important that you would walk across fire for. So let me think of an example. For me, in the beginning, when I first started my journey, when I decided I was going to get healthy and stop eating marshmallows and drinking Diet Coke and things like that, I wanted to get back into, I called them my hot pants, so it may be kind of a vain reason, but it was important to me. I wanted to have, when I wore my belt and when I wore my pants, that I had no muffin top, because that's really a trouble area for me is my stomach, and I wanted that to be flat. And I wanted to look good in those pants because I wanted to, it just represented confidence for me, that I wanted to walk around and be strong and have good posture. And so that was my goal. I wanted to be a certain size. Just because this is a delicate issue here, because I don't want to make this sound superficial, but there was just a lot of things that went along with that. But through the discovery, what I realized was that I gained so much more just through, having it be a goal to be a certain size and weight turned into, oh my gosh, I have so much energy because I'm doing this the right way. I'm not doing some crash diet or some crazy thing that's not going to last. I'm doing it the right way, and my moods improved, and just so all these things came with it. And so once I accomplished that and had that motivation, then my motivation just keeps growing bigger and bigger, and it really is. It's just important to you. After I had Rebecca, I wanted to get strong and healthy so that I could get back on my cow horses and just be in time with them, because I expect my horse to be in good shape and be an athlete and be able to react quick. Well, why wouldn't I expect myself to do the same thing? So those are examples for me for why power. I journal about this a lot, you guys. I love to journal, like at the end of the day, or if I feel down, or if I feel up. It's really, really good just to take out a piece of paper and a pencil or a notebook and just write your thoughts down. So if that's something that you haven't done, do that. There's a lot of really nifty things that you can do with your why. That's what we talk. That's what we call it, is your why. You can make a dream board, or you can get a picture that really means a lot to you. You can put it on your bathroom mirror or on your refrigerator, just as a reminder of where you're going, of where that target is. Okay, so now let's talk about the third thing, and that is your rewards. So at the end of this, what I would like for you to do is figure out how you're going to reward yourself. If you wrote down, I'm going to finish this, what are you going to do when you get there? I know you're going to set new goals, but you got to stop for just a second and smell the roses and go, I am going to buy myself a new pair of boots. I am going to schedule in a 1-hour massage for myself on Sunday afternoon. Just something along those lines. It's not take yourself out to ice cream or have a bottle of wine. No, not a bottle of wine, goodness sakes, a glass of wine. No, it's none of that. It is just to reward yourself for your efforts that's non-food related. So that is what I have. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm so excited to spend this week for you. If you ever have questions or concerns, or I'm totally not making any sense, or I'm confusing, please message me or comment in the group, and I will absolutely help you out. Okay, good stuff. Thank you so much.